So this is the bulk email software. Now this is the dashboard, the software dashboard. Now let me explain. You can see total 3 campaigns has been run. Subscribers is the contacts you've added on the software, and so brands is people that you can manage their brands. If maybe probably a brand needs a email marketing software, you can create brands for them, and you can also be the manager for them, or they can look for people that will you can train that can handle it. If the brands are too much, you can always use some people that can handle each brands. You understand? So now let's explore the all of them individually. Now let's go to brand section. Now this is brand section. So I created this for test. So this one test. I have 2 subscriber in this brand. I've done campaign on this brand. I have 19 subscriber and I have one campaign done on all this brand. So now I can decide to create user for each brand. I'll show you how it works. Let's move ahead. We'll come back to this. Now brand group, you can always select. So it's not really doesn't mean anything. You can always select a group of brands. Maybe group of there are some brands like they are in the same company. You can group them so you know okay they're in the same group, or you can you can just give it a name so you know how many brands are in that group if they're from the same platform. Maybe you want to say e-commerce brands. The special people is e-commerce, so you can just group brand that in e-commerce. Maybe you want to say brands that has to do with a logistic company, you group them logistic company, so it's easy for you to list them, you know the kind of brand they are based on the services that they render. So users, if you want any users to manage your software, so just note they have access to everything on your software. Before you give anybody an approval, note to somebody you trust. You understand? So once I click on invite, you can always add the person's email and choose your role. You can also create a role. Maybe you don't want the person to have access to all the dashboard. You want the person to have access to only brands. You can always select where the person you have access to before you make the person an admin. So settings, this is where you can have settings where you can set your company's name, your logo, banner, etc. And this delivery is where you can set your SMTP. So SMTP is what we send a message to your users, and you can add as many SMTP as you like, and you can also switch to a third party. These are the third party Amazon SES and Megon. So you sign up with that platform. Once you sign up on that platform, the information from that platform is what you put here. So you can also use third party, and you can use this SMTP is got it for the domain, so it's already connected, so it's on your domain, so you can add it etc blah blah blah. Also brand settings, this let's see why it loads. You can also set an SMTP for every brand. I don't want to display this because of yeah. So this you can set an SMTP for brand. You can tell them, you can allow them to use your SMTP. So any brand you create, they can use your SMTP, or they can decide to use another SMTP that they like. So you can use your own SMTP and they can use another person's SMTP. So that's what this SMTP looks like. And this is the template design that you can create for each brand. You know how you want to put them. You can always add a template and create the one that you want, how you want to design. Maybe each brand should have this message templates, etc. Yes. So now let's go to that brand section. Let's go to the brand section. Now let's pick any brand and let's see how the campaign works. Okay. Now you can see I've run 2 campaigns. Now let me show you accordingly. Now this one is when you want to send numbers of campaign, all campaigns. You'll see it here, all campaigns. You can see I've sent one before. So once I click on add, I can add new campaign, and I can do multiple campaign and single campaign. You understand? So it will also show you what is it called, ways you can add your CSV file. I'll show you. Now this is the campaign I've run. I sent the campaign to, these are my email address, so you can see it has been delivered. It's also shown from the dashboard here. Let me show you from the dashboard. This is the dashboard. You can see 2 sent, 2 delivery. You can see the open rate, sending rate 100%, delivery rate 100%. So that's the metrics. So now let's try and add a campaign. Let me show you how to send a campaign. Now, before you can add a campaign, note that you must create a list. You must create a list for your campaign. Very, very important, and a segment. So anytime you are creating, just like you are grouping people, maybe you want to add numbers of maybe 1,000, you will say this 1,000 list is for people in the e-commerce sector only. If it's 2,000, maybe you say this is for the logistics transportation company. So if you want to add list, come to this add list. So it's so easy. You just put any name, put description, you can identify it. Okay, e-commerce people, etc. Then this one is only, you don't need it. Then you click on save. And note, like I said, you create a segment. You first create a segment before you create a list. So segment is like arranging them accordingly. Arranging them accordingly. But if you don't want to use segments, you can leave it. It's not compulsory. So if you click on go on add lists, um, let's go. So you don't mind my network. Let's go to add list. So my network is back. So you can just add a list, add a description, then save. Let me show you one I did. Yeah, I already added one which is test. Yes, you can see test. So I can see, let me just edit and show you how it was added. Okay, yeah, you can see test. You can see I didn't add anything, but because I already added two numbers, that is why you're seeing. But I'll show you how to add subscribers. I'll show you how to add the subscriber here. So once you add the lists, so that's good, because if you are sending an email to ask you from which list do you want to do it, so every list you create, you can add subscribers inside. Now let me show you how to add the subscribers. Subscriber is your contact list. Your contact list. So now let's go to all subscribers. All subscribers. So if you have the file already, you can add it. But let me show you how the template looks like. There's a template for this. Let me see. There's a template for this. Let me go to add subscriber. 1 second. There's a template for this. Template you must follow before you can add a subscriber. 1 second. Okay, let me go to imports. Let me go to imports. Let's assume I have the template. I have the CSV file already. Let me go to imports. Let me go to imports. 1 second. Okay, yes. Now look at the template here. You must download this template. This template will enable you to arrange the contact so that once you are sending a message and when you mention first name, last name, the file can detect like you're mentioning the first name, last name, etc. Now let me show you the template how it looks like. That's finished downloaded. Wait while it loads. Okay, this template. So first name, don't delete this first one, second one, third one. You just this last one you edit the person's name. So you can create your list down with this format. It's very easy. So that like when you are mentioning first name, last name, automatically it picks it up. You understand? So let's go back to the software. So once I import it and you'll save. Very, very, very easy to add subscriber. Let me add one subscriber. Let me just add one. And you see how I add that one. Let me just add a random email. Let me just add okay, email can I okay bulk texter ng at this is one of my email .com yes.com. Okay, let me just say bulk, let me just say tester. You can see, so the list I created, like I said, so list of maybe at least the kind of contact I want to add, you just add the list. But so save. I've saved. So don't forget I said this list, if you want to group them, you can always add them to the list. So now I've added a subscriber. Let me see subscriber now. Let me see if to appear in all subscriber, which is the contact. Let's see, you can see bulk texter, it has been added. You get. So now if I want to send a campaign now, let me come here. Add campaign. Add campaign. I want to send massive message. So once I enter the name, maybe tests, maybe test again, maybe test is a test email, test email. What else? So next. So here if I have an attachment, so this is why I said if you want to mention the person's name, I just click it. So if I say test, it will mention, if I assuming I did the template now, it will mention the brand's name. But I did it manually. I did not have the template of this CSV file like I showed you. So once you have the template, follow the template and you have the contacts. Once you click on brand name to mention the person's name in the headline. So next again. Okay. Yeah, you don't need all of this. You can also set time and the time you want the message to send. You can schedule a message. I don't need it. Let me go to audience. Yeah, now assuming I have the list, a list now, I want to select, and I added some subscribers in this list. So I'll just select it. So all the subscribers in that list will get a message, but it's individual. I'm not sending to all the people in the list. I'm sending to one person. Let me just send to this Tunde Tech instead of my email. And let me next. Okay. Now where's the message? This is a test email from bulk mailing. What else? So these are the code. So you want to mention any mention. You can mention it there. What else? So let me save and next. You can see. So what else? Everything is done. As email. I can also test the email before you send. You can test it to your email. I don't want to test it. Let me just send. Yeah, I just finished this. It has been set already. Let's hold on. It takes up to 5 minutes before the mail message goes. Just up to 5 minutes before the message goes. So let's wait while we get the message. You can see it got delivered. So okay, so now let me check what's the mail again. This is let me copy this. Yeah, so this is a test email from work email. So what next? Send. You can see. So look at it very well. Delivery immediately. So you can also test. Like I said, once you click on continue now, it goes. It goes immediately. You understand? If I click on send now, let me click on send now. Just click on finish. It doesn't mean anything. You see, campaign has been sent successfully. You can see it has been sent. So now if you want to send in bulk, come to all campaigns. Onto all campaigns. This is where you had your contacts. All campaigns. Add campaign. You see, don't forget to all campaigns, add campaigns. Very, very important. If I click on add campaigns, you can also add as many contacts as you like if you have them. You can export contacts, you can do all of that, etc. So this is how you run campaigns. So this is where you put all your contact lists. Don't forget any list you have. You had it. You create a segment for this contact. So here is where you have your contact lists. This is where you group them. This is where you group the contact subscriber you had. This is where you had all your contacts. Let me go there again and show you. Once you go to subscribers, you just click on import. Export is you're exporting this all this contact here as SSV. You're exporting out. If you're handling single subscriber, you can just single. But yeah, once click on import, you have the file of where your contact is. Like I said, follow the format here. As you click this, you get a format of how you should arrange the contacts. Then you click on import, the contacts will come and save. You can also put the list. This is the list I created, groups. This list like a group where you want the contact to be added to. If I have a same file, if I just click on import, I can select the list that I want the contact to add. So once it has been added, if you come to list here, you see the numbers of contacts you have, the subscriber or contacts you have added. You see, this is where you had your SMTP, where you had other things, settings, etc. about the brand. Maybe you want to use a different SMTP, you want to use third-party SMTP. Once you click on this, you can add new one. But this one has been default by the dashboard already. So the dashboard, dashboard, you can create this brand. So it's using the SMTP of the admin dashboard. That's why you see that when you send a message, you see bulk mail, like I can see it's an admin email. You understand? So that is it for it.